Good morning and welcome to Sports Drive. It's a lovely Monday morning in the nation's capital. It's June 12, 2023, and it doubles as Nigeria's Democracy Day. Congratulations to our darling Nigeria, and congratulations to you and I, because you and I are Nigeria. And of course, we absolutely want the best for this country. Absolutely, that's what we look forward to. Benga joins in this morning on Sports Drive. Good to have you, Benga, and happy Democracy Day.
Good morning. Praise. Happy Democracy Day.
You're not on green.
Why should I be on green?
Or white?
It's not the Independence Day.
I have white.
It's not Independence Day.
I know, but
Democracy Day doesn't have a color in this country, so let's just
but it's still representing Nigeria, isn't it? But I get you.
Democracy means freedom, so I'm free to wear what I like.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. Another perspective. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get into the show this morning. It's no more news. When it comes to the Nigerian Premier League, the Nigerian Premier League came to an end on Sunday. That was yesterday at the Mobolaji Johnson Stadium, where we saw the final game of the night between Enyimba Football Club and Rivers United. The game ended 1-1, and because of that scoreline, of course, it favors Enyimba Football Club because they won the league on a better goal difference ahead of Remo Stars, ahead of Rivers United, and the scoreline was bad for Rivers because it took them to third, and Remo's win against Bendel Insurance before that game pushed them to second spot. So we have Enyimba as the champions, winning their title for the 9th time, Remo Stars as the second best team in the league, and Remo has qualified for the CAF Champions League position. While Rivers United finished third, and they will be playing in the CAF Confederations Cup, while the winner now between Bendel Insurance and Rangers International will pick the final ticket. But that would be in the Federations Cup slot. And again, in the final CAF Confederations Cup position. Benga, what a Super Six. What's your thought about it, really?
So basically, I feel the Super Six just separated the boys from the men.
I see.
And that includes the likes of Bendel Insurance. Yeah, they flattered to deceive in the regular season when they finished unbeaten, 18 games, went on to extend the unbeaten record to 3 games in the Super Six, albeit all draws. So they laced their 21-game unbeaten run with like 13 draws and just about 8 wins, which is totally unimpressive. They ended up losing at least 2 games in the Super Six.
Yeah, they finished 5th.
Yeah, and the only way they can even get into CAF generally next season is by winning the FA Cup. So
against Rangers.
Exactly.
But they can do that, isn't it?
They can, but Rangers are no pushovers, exactly. And the winners, Enyimba, this is their 9th title against Rivers United, who were defending champions. The Super Six generally just showed quality. Just in the words of Finidi George, he said, you are playing high quality football because everybody in the Super Six, one way or the other, are winners. Bendel Insurance were winners from the NNL that when they gained promotion into the MPL. So, yeah, Super Six gave all that was worth it so far.
Maybe we'll just listen to, of course, one of the coaches, Stanley Eguma. In the case of the champions, they were just celebrating. They failed to grant interview. You know, they were so mixed. But for Stanley Eguma, he was there to talk. Let's listen to him quickly.
People agree. They are going somewhere to motivate the team. They know there's excellency. We have to speak to the boys. He has motivated the team very well, and all things to go and win. But unfortunately, we couldn't get it. But there's always tomorrow. So last season we won it. This season we not it by whiskers. I know that the next time we can win it again. It's just an effort that we need to put in. I think my guys have done well. We have done well as a team, and I think next time we'll do better.
All right, that's the voice of Stanley Eguma. He feels his side has done well as a team, and maybe next season, they will do better. Yeah. Also, let's talk about the Nigeria Women's Football League, because Delta Queens also clinched that, this time in Asaba, not in Lagos, against Bayelsa Queens. They won the game by 2-1. As a matter of fact, in the first half, They were down 1-0 with an own goal scored, came back in the second half late on, and they sealed a beautiful win.
It's also a nice one for the NWFL, which also went into Super 6. I mean, both the men's football league in Nigeria and the women's football league in Nigeria faced an abridged season, so they had to play Super 6 to, decide who will be eventual champions. And they first relegated the Rivers Angels, who were like defending champions, if so to speak, and the Rivers Angels had to settle for third place. Then Delta went to clinch the title. I mean, generally the goals, the how will I put it, the statistics, if you check through them, you will find out that those ladies put all their best in achieving the feat.
And maybe we can just listen now to the voice of one of the players who also shared his story. The coach of the team, I beg to mention quickly, Tosin Blackson. He was quite happy with the performance of his side, and he has this to share.
And the big city that you're going to go and beat him. But I want to thank the players first for the intense pressure in the game. They have been preparing for this Super 6. Even before the end of the regular season, we knew we were complete Super 6, so we were waiting for the Super 6. These guys are still here now. They are all national team materials. National team materials. I'm short of words, but I'll give God all the glory for the victory. Targets like when you know the content.
Because of time, he also spoke about the squad and believes this squad is good enough to play for the Nigerian women's team. And I tell you what, I saw one of their pre-season tournament here in the nation's capital. They won it. 2 players or 3 players from the squad, maybe 2 or 3 now, played in the flying in the under 17 squad that lost out in one tournament.
The name evades us right now.
Afolabi. Afolabi was there, and also one other, Messi, who finished as the highest goal scorer. They've got quality player, but there's a secret behind Delta State hosting and winning, according to Chief Tony Okowa, who is the chairman of the Delta State Sports Commission. Maybe we can just listen to a little bit from him. Maybe we can just listen to a little bit from Mr. Tony Okowa, who spoke.
I know that at the first half, they were a bit nervous, a bit jittery, so we had to go in and encourage them to come up. And then with that encouragement, they were afraid. And when we spoke to them, encouraged them more, gave them more hope, then they came out and then they were good. That time, I'm always on top. What's the magic that they last day? All teams, just from the festival down to medals again, and now this one is actually to the governor himself. It's a plus. What is the magic better? No magic. Encouragement, train and work hard. They always work hard. They always train hard. Even when it's raining, we train in the rain. And I'm part of the technical team. So, of course, I make sure that they're always serious. Sometimes the girls, they are not serious during the training, but with me around, we ginger them, and then they will be serious. And it paid off. Okay.
Sometimes they're not serious in training, but with me around, they get serious. And it's a training, motivation, and all of that. You've got to give it to Delta State. There's a Delta State Principals Cup. They've been hosting constantly. I got to know another edition will be live. They host
deliberate. Yeah, they are like the go-to guys to host the sports festival annually.
They've always been the states hosting, and now it's like the dividend is coming out, because for Delta Queens, they will represent Nigeria in the CAF Women's Champions League. That's what it means.
Yes.
And it's going to be our 3rd edition.
That's continental exposure as well.
Yeah, for the girls, and it's going to be our 3rd edition. The first was for Rivers Angels. They went, and last season was Bayelsa Queens, and now it's going to be Delta Queens. Once again, congratulations to them. And maybe you're a Delta.
And it's not even coincidence that the 3 clubs you just mentioned are 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Yeah, I don't know. Come on, you might just be part of it, because like Binga mentioned, Delta Queens won it. Bayelsa Queens finished 2nd. Rivers just finished 3rd. They knocked out my girls, Conference Queens.
And the funny thing is that Conference Queens and Rivers United and Rivers Angels game, Conference Queens had about 6 shots on target, 7 off target, 13. they couldn't score any. Rivers Angels had just 2 attempts. The 2 attempts were on target, and the 2 shots on target were goals. 2-0.
And
that's how football can be.
And that just, and that just worked for them.
Yeah.
All right. Just a quick one. I think that there was actually one I would like to play about FCT. It's on FCT. All right. Let's talk about it quickly. It's on FCT and FCT FA election. Just about the FCT FA election. We're in FCT here. We should talk about ours. Barrister Lawal speaks on election. I mean, there's going to be FCT FA election coming up, and Barrister Lawal, who is actually a key stakeholder, shared his thoughts about what to expect.
Actually, some publications and public notices inviting people to come purchase their nomination form if they are interested in vying for positions into the FCT board. At the end of we gave 1 month notice, and after the expiration of the 1 month notice, it was only 12 people that showed interest. Out of those that showed interest is the incumbent chairman, Abba Mukhtar Mohammed. He is contesting, he is unopposed, because he's the only one that purchased form for that position.
So away from FCT election now, let's talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria, because we have a game against Sierra Leone, and that game will be on Sunday, away at Liberia. According to report, we have about 19 players in camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Just so you know, the list of players in. But by the way, goalkeeper, Eyimba's goalkeeper, John Noble, says they are going to win the CAF Champions League. Let me ask you that. How possible is that?
At least they have it in their history. They are the only Nigerian side to win it back-to-back. That's the CAF Champions League.
But the last time, yeah, it's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago, but they also at least got, was it the finals in 2011, the CAF Confederation Cup. So they still have that prestige in the continent, and winning the league right now gives them enough momentum to go ahead and do it again in 2024. So I don't
you believe it can happen?
Of course it can. If they have done it before, they can do it again.
Well, what about you out there? Do you believe Nigeria can win the CAF Champions League? This next tournament? I don't think so.
We are going to be having 3 contenders. I mean, Rivers United is going to be there. Eyimba, who won, is going to be there. Remo Stars are going to be there. So I mean, one of those 3 should
I don't think so. What about you? 070-0951-0000. And just so you know, 19 players in camp of the Super Eagles in Lagos. We have Trust Ekong, Lukman, Joe Aribo, Iwobi, Basi, Ajayi, Akpogoma, Kenneth Omero, Indidi, Ihenacho, Taiwo Awoniyi, Moses Simon, Adeleye, Soshima, Olomileke Ojo, Ebibeduro, Samuel, Divine, Onyeka. All of these players are in camp. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Sports Drive.
Hello, good morning, sir. How was the night and the weekend?
Fine, thank you.
Let's talk.
My name is Francis from Sarmo this morning. I'm calling from this Sarmo this morning.
All right, talk to us now. Let's go.
I want to advise that John Noble should calm down.
Okay.
I don't like people to talk too much. Like he's talking like a teacher. Every day he wants to win African
CAF Champions League.
Yes. No, I say I'm comparing him with Pacero that. Every day he will be telling Nigerians that he wants to win
the African Cup of Nations. Thank you because of time. But just so you know, at the under-20 level, to mention, Uruguay beat Italy 1-0 in the 86th minute, and Uruguay are the champions of the under-20 World Cup. Thank you for your time. It's a goodbye from every one of us.
Wazobia Academy is an innovative, accessible and professional online training institution for individuals with a keen interest in audiovisuals, cultural and media professions. Based by the leading media conglomerates, Broadcasting and Wazobia Max Media Limited, operators of Wazobia FM, Cool FM, Nigeria Info FM, Wazobia TV.
This is Nigeria.